Hello student, this is Utkarsh Tiwari, chemistry faculty. Now student, we are coming the next part of the DNA block. In a previous video, we are already discussed about lanthanide and actinides family, and we already talking about in the next video we are discussing about the different important points of lanthanide actinides family as well as the DNF block, because these important questions are related to given topics. So here I am discussing about different point and as well as a different chemical reaction which are coming your board examination and as well as your competitive exam. So first of all we are discussing these points, and after the last of this discussing these points, I am coming at a specific video with a specific question of the board examination and as well as your competitive examinations. Clear? So first of all we discuss about it. Now the first one is a zirconium, hafnium, niobium, titanium and molybdenum and tungsten have a same atomic radii due to the lanthanide contraction. We already know that what is the mean of the lanthanide contraction. Clear? It means decreasing atomic radii of the lanthanide family is very frequently due to the weak shielding or screening effect of the inner F-sharp shell. Clear? So that these elements have a same atomic radii. It means same atomic radii means same chemical properties. Now after that, scandium trioxide is react with the carbon and form a scandium carbide, and it is reacted with the water, then it form a acetylene, and this is like a carboxylic acid, means SCOOH. Clear? So this is the other method of the formation of acetylene. We already know that only calcium carbide is react with the water then form a acetylene, but this is the another method which is used in the formation of acetylene. Clear? So it is very important especially for a competitive examination, this reaction. Now zirconium is used in a making core of the nuclear reactors. This is important especially for NEET examination students, so you must be remember. Now after that is zero oxidation state of vanadium in a VCO close 6, but it is a unpaired electrons. You found out with the help of the hybridization, you find out the number of unpaired electrons, so you find out this is a paramagnetic in nature. Now similarly the next one is the chromium family, show the +6 oxidation state, but the stability is increases as well as moving it downward in a group. Chromium, and after that molybdenum, after that tungsten, but its oxy acid stability is increases downward, but its strength is decreasing on moving downward. It means the strongest acid of the +6 oxidation state is H2CrO4, then H2MO6, then MO4, then H2WO4. The acidic nature is decreases as will move downward. Now manganese form a different type of oxide, different oxidation state of oxides, because we know that a chromium and magnesium family is coming the mid family of the D block, and we know that a maximum number of unpaired electrons explain that these elements show the maximum number of oxidation state. Clear? So chromium and the magnesium family show a different type of oxidation state. Most of them is stable, most of them is less stable, most of them explain its basic nature, most of them explain their amphoteric and acidic and so on. Clear? So here we see the actually oxides of manganese. Manganese form MnO, oxidation state +2, Mn2O3 means oxidation state +3. They are basic in nature. Now MnO2 means oxidation state +4. This oxide is amphoteric in nature. It means it has acidic and as well as a basic nature. Now similarly MnO2 and Mn2O7, they are acidic in nature, but you must be remember that MnO2 is unstable and Mn2O7 is stable acidic oxide. Now these two reaction is also important. This actually a disproportionation reaction shown by the copper and gold compounds. Now Cu plus 1 is changed in Cu2 plus, means after oxidation, and Cu after reduction. So this is a disproportionation reaction. Copper +1 ion is oxidized and as well as reduced. Now similarly gold is oxidized in a Au3 plus and reduced in an Au. Clear? So these are the important points, and after that we are coming the next important point. You must remember that. See it clear? Now we are coming the next one. Now student, we are seeing the after that the some points also which is related to the DNF block. Now see it, gold and the silver are not affected by air because it is not reacted by the moisture and as well as oxygen. But copper make a green color layer of a copper carbonate in a basic nature means CuOH का whole twice. This is actually called a basic copper carbonate. And basic copper carbonate has a greenish color due to the presence of the unpaired electron, and due to the electron transfer nature it gives the green color. Now after that we see some different reactions of the copper, because we know that copper and silver is coming below the hydrogen in electrochemical series. It means not easily react with acid, but in a strong nature means concentrated, and as well as in a strong heating they react it. Now see some reactions. If copper is react with a concentrated sulfuric acid, then form a CuSO4, H2O and SO2. Nitric acid in a concentrated medium react with a copper, then form a copper nitrate, nitrogen dioxide and water. Now similarly dilute HNO3 is react with a copper, then form a copper nitrate, nitrous oxide and a water. Now similarly silver is reacted with a sulfuric acid, form a Ag2SO4, SO2 and 2H2. Similarly Ag react with a concentrated HNO3, then form AgNO3, NO2 and NH2. Now they after that react with a dilute HNO3, then form AgNO3, nitrous oxide and H2. Clear? So these are the reaction of the copper and the silver with a concentrated sulfuric acid, concentrated nitric acid and dilute HNO3. Clear? Now after that these two reaction is very important. 3 mole of HCl and 1 mole of HNO3 mixture is actually called aquaresia, and this is a strong acid and a form of the NOCl, nitrous chloride, H2O and nascent chlorine. And nascent chlorine is actually oxidized gold into auric chloride means AuCl3 and form HAuCl4 means chloroauric acid. Clear student? So these are the actually important reaction which is related to the copper DNF block. Now after that most of the points are the remaining, most of the reactions are remaining, and it is a very important for you. Clear? So after that we are coming to some alloys which are formed by the DNF block. Now see it. Now after that we see the different type of the alloys of actually copper. You see that a brass is a mixture of copper and zinc, bronze is a mixture of copper and tin, gunmetal is a mixture of copper, tin and zinc, and German silver is actually related with copper, zinc and nickel, and Constantan is actually a mixture of copper and nickel is there. Now you must be remember that titanium tetrachloride TiCl4 is a strong Lewis acid. Clear? And you already know that what is the mean of the Lewis acid. I think it is not a matter of the discussing about it. Now after that we are coming the two reaction which is coming actually aluminothermic process. This is given in a aluminothermic process which is related to the metallurgy. Aluminothermic means reducing by any metal oxide by aluminium. This is called aluminothermic process, and this is also called thermite process. Now you see that manganese dioxide is oxidized in a manganese by aluminium, and manganese trioxide is also reduced into manganese by aluminum oxides. Clear? So this is actually used in a aluminothermic process or thermite process. Now after that you must be remembered very important points for especially for board examination students and as well as NEET students. Now the cast iron, wrought iron and steel are divided on the basis of the percentage of the carbon. Cast iron has a 2.5 to 5%, wrought iron has a 0.1 to 0.25%, and steel has a 0.2 to 2%, 0.25 to 2%. It means a minimum carbon percentage in a wrought iron. It means a wrought iron is very hard in comparison to steel or cast iron. Now you must be remember that the cast iron is a crystalline in nature, wrought iron is a fibrous, and steel is a granular nature. Clear? So this is the very important for JEE, for actually NEET and actually board examination. Not coming in a JEE means. So this is actually important for a board examination and as well as NEET students. So you must be remember the student we are belonging to the NEET and the board examination. Clear, student? So I think you understand very well. Now in the next video, student, I am coming with the remaining different points of the different reactions and as well as different questions after the completion of the different points related to DNA block. So take care yourself as well as your parents. Now thank you and thanks a lot.